Hey everybody, welcome back. Doing a Red Star promotion video. It's been a hot minute since I did one of these, and my mentality has changed a little bit, so I wanted to share with you what I think you guys should kind of be focused on. And now, this might not necessarily be for the whale or krakens out there. I tend to be very conservative with my promo credits. And therefore my rankings or whatever you want to call them are going to reflect that. There are going to be some top of the line characters that I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I think you can stop at this Red Star level because you're going to get everything you need to out of that character. And they're not necessarily going to be in the arena meta going forward. So that's something to think about as I talk about this. You've got a place where you play the game at and how these might apply to you. I'll talk about each character. I know Punk is going to work on an infographic potentially. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you out there. And yeah, let's just get into this. For all those who are new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. You can follow along with content and the community. We're doing a giveaway as soon as we get to the 10,000 subscriber mark to kind of celebrate everything. So thank you for all of you pushing for that. So go ahead and follow in Discord if you want to subscribe to get put close to that mark. And if you want to kind of be enrolled in that potential for that giveaway, all you got to do is comment below. Anything you want, say hi, hey, how you doing? Yeah, cool. No, I'd rather do this character, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. And that's it. All right, let's get to the video.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so first let me say one of the things, and I've been trying to put this in some videos lately, is that I think that the silver promotion credit bottleneck starts to loosen up a little bit. I've built this up. I'm very stingy with these. I haven't spent a ton, and I'm very restrictive in what I want to do with those. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about this. I'm somewhat similar with my gold. We don't get as many gold, so I'm a little bit more like stringent there. You can see the reason I built so much up, and I've said this in some other videos, is that there's not a lot of characters that are 4 red stars and below that I definitely want to build up, or that, like I mentioned before, aren't doing what I've already need them to do. I can't do anything with Doom. I'd love to have Jubilee higher, but I get everything I need to out of her. Shatterstar, kind of the same thing. Venom, the same thing. Multiple mana, I mean, it's kind of the same. I don't think I'd use it on him anyway. Iron Fist, I would have maybe built up for Heroes for Hire, but no. Nebula, you know, we'll get into that in a bit. Spoiler. You know, anyway, you get the idea. There's not a ton of characters down here that I'm really looking to necessarily spend silver promo credits. Even if it's a character like... you know, like I mentioned here, either Iceman or White Tiger or Misty Knight or Iron Fist. Yeah, they'd be better with more red stars, but I get enough out of them for what I use them for to not throw the promo credits their way. So remember, that's part of the reason that I'm going to share some of this stuff. So, let's start by, I've got the list that I've got. And again, I'll put this in an infographic. The first character that I'm personally looking at, saying it, that actually, you know what you got to do when you do these rankings, you start at the bottom, right? So the last character on my list, and this is number 7, and this is the part where a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you're out of your mind. Silver Surfer. He is one of the best characters in the game. I do like him a lot. But I quickly see him falling out of the arena meta because of Infinity Watch. You can get by the Mystic nodes potentially without him. You know, some of the Krakeny alliances probably use him a little bit more. I know for us, we're doing Doom 1.0. I can use Ghost Rider and Mordo just fine, along with Thanos, Doom, and Ebony Maw. So again, he's fine at 5 red star, and that's what I have him up to, is up to 5. I would not use gold promotion credits on him at this point. Maybe if you're really fighting, you're in a situation where you're like, I need him for arena, I'm not going to have Infinity Watch forever. I would almost say, like, look, even if you're not going to unlock Adam Warlock, you might want to not use gold promos on this guy, because you might get what you need out of him at 5 red stars. So he's actually at the bottom of my list. Next up, and this pains me so friggin' much to say, given where she's changed, recently, but above Silver Surfer, I actually have Nebula. And only up to 5 stars, though. All right, I would not use gold promos on her. The reason being is for the arena meta. I just think that she's a quality character that's going to be, there for a while in the arena meta with this team, or they should be, unless they make the Eternals immediately wipe them out, which maybe they will. We will see. But just to have all of your characters, you want her to survive as best you can on that team, to keep going that ult, keep giving evades. So I like 5 red stars on her. And again, remember, I believe that you're going to start building up some silver promo credits. So I like to save those for my arena metas. So once you get that, you spend them on these guys. If you still got some, then maybe you can start looking into some other spots. All right, next up on my list. Now, these 3 are technically kind of tied, but I'm forced to kind of make a rank on them. They're Infinity Watch characters, but I don't necessarily think you need huge red stars on them, but we'll see. So the first one on this list, which technically is number 5, who I don't have unlocked yet, is Adam Warlock. So I think that when I did the video where we're talking about where you want to use your elite red stars, I felt like a lot of his kit was, decent, but it wasn't necessarily something you needed high reds on. Obviously, you want high reds on him just to survive, but you could say that for the entire team. So I had him as the number 5th on there, and again, up to 5 red stars. We'll see if I bump that up to 6 in the future. I don't know. I mean, he does get a revive here, and you do like it. There is a potential for the loop. I forget where it's at. I think it's after if he drops below like 30% health or something like that, that he, gives himself deflect, and that'll eventually maybe allow Moondragon or somebody like that to heal him up. But I've got Adam Warlock at that 5th spot, and again, up to 5 only. So you're only using silver promos on him now. I will say that I could see that changing to yellows once he's actually in the game and we start getting a better feel for what these mirror matches are like. Number 4, and this is sticking with the video that I had done before, is phyla-vell. Now, phyla-vell, I think, is arguably the one that you might say is the higher of the Infinity Watch team, but I like her at 5 red stars. Again, I would not use gold promos on her quite yet. I could see whales and krakens definitely doing that, as she's the damage dealer, and I've got no problem necessarily with that. I just a lot of her kit, there wasn't hit. I mean, this is great, it's a primary target. I was looking to be a little bit more greedy, where it was more hitting like not just primary and adjacent. She's a very, very focused character for primaries. It's really just the special that she uses her first turn that's going to hit anybody else. So I was like, yeah, the damage matters, but it's really it's a focused damage. So I was kind of like, all right. So, but she's still the damage dealer. So for that reason, I've got her in the middle of this group. And again, the focus stat on these characters, a lot of their main abilities, let's see, I don't know if it's this one, but it's actually Moondragon, I believe. They have the focus percentage increase within that ability, so it's kind of like you don't need it for that. But I would understand an argument that someone would say, well, I like phyla-vell better because she's more of a damage dealer, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe, I guess. So, because that she's at 4, and I'd mentioned this before, Moondragon I've got technically at 3. But again, like I mentioned, all 3 of these I look at as tied. I don't even know where my Moondragon's at. There she is. They're all tied. The reason I ended up going with her a bit, and I think this will matter more as you see the mirror matches, is the heals for all allies. Let's see, this is a primary target, but this ultimate, again, you're healing all allies and you're damaging all enemies here. So for that purpose there, I kind of liked this one a little bit more. And again, it's a little bit longer cooldown. So that'd be the reason I'd say, where someone would tell me, well, you're not really getting to that right away. I'm like, yeah, but in these mirror matches, I could see this ultimate really making a big difference late in the match, where if you've got a high red Moondragon, this heal could potentially bring your team back into the game over the other one. I don't know that for certain. It's just kind of like, we'll see how it shakes out. So anyway, I've got her at 3. So at number 2, I've got Kestrel. And again, these have all been up to just 5 stars so far, okay? I'm going to keep the same with Kestrel. I have passed on using gold tokens on Kestrel for several times. And you're probably thinking, you are crazy. You're crazy. You need to get as many red stars as you can on her. I don't necessarily disagree, but this is where the part that why I come to this conclusion of only 5 is she does everything I need for her to do at 5 red stars. Everything. There's nothing more I need from her at more than 5. So why am I going to spend my gold promos on her if I get what I need? And I know that the arena meta is changing and she's not part of it. She's not. I mean, like, unless there's something broken with Adam Warlock where it's like, it makes more sense to have Kestrel instead of Adam Warlock, which I don't see because he's got the safeguard, which you need. So for that reason, I'm sticking with just having 5 from her. Again, you know, I don't necessarily, I get everything I need to out of the Doom raids with her. Again, it's 1.0. We're not in the like top 5, 10-ish, you know, type alliances that are maybe doing 1.1. You know, and I think that even with ISO 2s coming in, you could probably have 5 red stars on her and save those gold promos for someone like an arena meta tune. So anyway, I keep her at 5. And then number one for me is Gamora. She is just, you know, it's funny. Everyone's like, phyla-vell's damage, phyla-vell's damage. And they're not wrong. But I'll tell you what, man, Gamora just wrecks people. So I like her having this 6 red star. This is a 6 red star promo. I used gold promos to get that. I won't go to 7. I'm okay with her up to 6. I don't necessarily think you need 7 on her. And I'm not sure you'd even want to, even if it started causing you to fall a little bit or lose a little bit in arena. Because I'm still worried that when the Eternals come out, they are going to be the next arena meta team that quickly after this. I don't like that. I personally like my arena metas to hold for about 6 months and then start to filter off with a new team. And, you know, the reason I say that is because arena metas tend to get invested in so heavily by people that if you're going to spend, you know, I'm going to even say thousands of dollars on arena meta teams, that depending where you're at, that you want to hold that for a while. So you want to try to use that to build up your core stash, etc. So that's the rankings I got with these characters. You know, like I mentioned, I'm going to talk to Punk about maybe making an infographic so it's just out there. I don't have one for you now, but that's my ranking. You know, I'll do this when I think it makes sense. You know, I've waited a while to do one of these where I was kind of like, you know what? I don't want, there's nothing I'm going to say. My video would be, don't spend them. That's my video, end of video. Maybe, you know, a couple comments of, I just don't think it's worthwhile. There's too much coming. So for that purpose, we had Silver Surfer at 7. I don't have anybody 8, 9, and 10. I don't. All right. So my answer to that is save. Unless you're a giant whale with tons of them, you know, I'd keep your baseline at, if, you know, 300 or 450 silver credits is your baseline 0. Your gold credits should be at least 350. You know, or 250 rather. And once you're there, then once you get another 100 in your gold, then use 1. But I like having that stash so that when a character comes in the game, I can immediately go, yes, I want to spend on this character. Clearly, they are, you know, either a Kestrel type or you know, I almost would have spent on her, but I wanted to wait. Same with Silver Surfer. I was like, let's see what happens. See what happens. And sure enough, Infinity Watch. So that's where I'm at. So if you've got all those up, I think you're probably doing just fine. Again, this might be a little bit more exclusive for players like me who, you know, aren't necessarily at the top of the game, but want to spend efficiently, spend what I think is wisely, and conserve until you know a character is definitely going to impact something, and that star is definitely going to improve your game. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Check out the Discord link in the description below. Hammer down on that like button, click the notification bell, subscribe because we're pushing towards that 10,000K, and like I mentioned, 10K subscribers. Like I mentioned, comment below if you want to enroll in that giveaway. All right? Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.